Let's go. Turn up the volume. From the basement of the Empire State. This is the Basement Surge.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Basement Surge, everybody. Welcome back to the Weekly Surge, the live show that we do every week, Thursday night, 9 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube.
And Instagram.
And now Instagram. Yeah. Okay. We're kind of making this a habit where we got two streams going on here. We got you guys over there on Facebook and YouTube, and then we got Instagram right here. Right here.
They're poking their noses.
So we decided to do the simulcast, and once again, I mean, it worked out pretty good last week.
It did.
You know, we got
all my friends are on Instagram, so I had to feel like I had someone.
Nice.
Hi, sis. You're all I have.
Well, it's good to see you guys again. Another week, another penny made. You know, it's a good week. How's your week?
It was tiring.
Yeah.
I had a tiring week. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. She worked a lot. But
That's all I do.
yeah. I wouldn't know what that's like.
No. No.
But we had a pretty good week. We did the actual first episode of the Basement Takeover.
The basement takeover. Woo-hoo! It was so much fun. As nervous as I was so nervous. Oh my gosh. Like, I was supposed to do an entire thing in the beginning. He wrote his whole thing out. None of it. I just skipped right over it.
You guys know that, like, in the beginning of the show, I'm always like, welcome back. Like, I'm trying to, like, drive it up.
I'm like, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Basement Surge, everybody. You know, like, no, you need a little enthusiasm, a little punch, a little oomph.
In my defense, you people all have like 2 glasses of beer and shots and whiskey and all
I'm drinking
that.
soda.
Irrelevant. The point is, I was nervous, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, you're good at podcasting. I know you love it. You know, so the Basement Takeover was a great opportunity for you to get really back into doing something solo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though you had a co-host, you had
Right. I wasn't
Chicken.
exactly solo. I had Dr. Chicken.
You had Dr. Chicken from Big
Mhm.
Buck and Empire. And you guys hung out and you talked about conspiracy theories.
We did.
That was pretty cool.
That was fun. We kind of rambled. We can kind of sit there, apparently.
That's okay. That's what Surge is about.
Yeah.
You know, mute your phone.
I'm sorry.
That's
My bad.
what Surge is about. You know, just rambling, talking about bullshit. That's why I got the BS on the hat. You know, and you know, it worked out. It was a great episode.
It was.
You
And
know,
if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out.
yeah, it's
on
up on YouTube. It's up on all the major podcast platforms. So go check it out. Go watch it. Go listen to it. Give us some stats. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a follow. Subscribe.
We gotta do something.
Do
because
something.
I'm tired of working, and I just need to Surge to like take off and become like a multi-million-dollar podcast because
Yeah.
I don't want to do boxes anymore.
Right.
I don't want to open any more boxes.
Cubby is watching. Keep up the good work.
Hey, Cubby.
Cubby, thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. That's awesome. He's a good guy.
He really is.
Yeah. I love Cubby. All right. So the episode this week
Mm-hmm.
was about conspiracy theories. Like, you guys spoke about what your favorite conspiracies were.
Well, it wasn't even our favorites. They
Okay.
were just, trust me, it wasn't the favorites. We have some really good ones, I bet. And he could probably go on for like, he could write a book. But we did some ones that were interesting. Ones that weren't like everybody's heard of. Everybody's over talked. Like the rules were no JFK.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
No flat earth, no JFK,
No moon landing.
no moon landing.
Yeah. We set some boundaries, I think, to
Yeah.
The kind of conspiracies. You
And we
guys
can't do
talk about.
aliens because now we know they're real. So it's kind of like all those
Are they?
They said they were. They confirmed ET is real.
Yeah.
And no one cared. What does that say?
Nobody
about us?
cared because
What does
we're
that say about us?
because we're already so used to it, with it being in the media, movies and all that stuff, and it desensitized us. That's what I think it did.
Oh, weird.
I don't know, but one of them caught my eye when I was watching the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the turning frogs gay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that one was maybe a little far fetched.
But it wasn't far fetched. It was really happening.
I know. I believe it.
There's scientific evidence.
Yeah.
There's research.
Yeah. I don't understand why. Frogs of all species, like.
Well, because that's what they're using the experiments on. Just like if it was rabbits, there would have been rabbits that were turning asexual or changing genders or doing all that.
Yeah.
It just happens to be that they used frogs.
Okay. Sure.
This is why I did it with chicken and not him.
Well, there's another reason is because there was a lot of what's it called? Research that went into them.
Yes.
And you know me with research,
Yeah. Not one of the basement surge's biggest qualities. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I had done the chemtrails episode. What?
Dustin.
We want Brendan Roy. We want Brendan. Great job, guys.
Wow. Well.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And for the record, I invited Brendan. He just didn't show. He's a little too important for us,
Yeah.
He's probably too busy doing some other show that won't be named.
Right.
So, Scott G, how you doing, man?
Hey. Oh, we got people everywhere. I'm like,
Hey to the peeps on Instagram. But I like the one about the Titanic one that you guys spoke about.
mm-hmm.
Right?
And it was so funny that he did that one because I originally was going to do that one.
Yeah.
And I had all the paperwork already printed out and I had notes already. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, it might be over talked about. I'm like, everybody's talking about the Titanic. And I'm like, I don't want to be the other person. And he did it. And I was like, man.
And then I said, no, this is the time that you talk about the Titanic. Okay. Because it's trending, because it's out there in the news. These are things that you talk about.
I think I add a little suave, whatever that word is. I try.
You do, honey. Don't worry.
I know. I'm not as good looking as Brendan. I mean,
yeah,
it's hard to compete with. That hair? That hair
beard.
alone.
It's the beard. I think it's the beard.
I got to figure out what shampoo he uses.
Oh man. But so yeah, the Titanic, you didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I said it was a good idea.
I just worry about if something is talked about too much, if everyone's gonna see it and go, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of hearing about this, and click off of it because they're just tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
But he did. But the funny thing was that he didn't even talk about the sub. He talked about the actual Titanic, which is what I would have done too. But I don't know. I saw them as being linked. But...
Scott says that trend is a sinking ship.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a good one. But
yeah.
No, I get it. But it was trending at the time that the episode came out. It kind of still is in the news, not as much, but it kind of still is.
Right.
Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I would mark this basement takeover as a success. It's that deep voice. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd mark this basement takeover as a success.
It was a good first one.
Okay.
It was good.
And we say first one because I don't know if you guys noticed or if you read the article I put up on the official website. The link is on our Facebook page. You can go check it out. But basically, we're opening up the Basement Surge to everybody. We're opening up the Basement Surge to all podcasters. There are some requirements that's listed on the website. And you can apply directly on the website for a basement takeover.
So you can literally take over the Basement Surge for one night.
Yep. One episode, you guys, whoever it is, whoever gets chosen, whoever applies, you guys can take over the Basement Surge for an episode. And what happens is that you guys record the episode like you would normally do of your normal show, only with the Basement Surge branding.
Mhm.
Okay. Of course, your show name and links and all that will be in the show notes, and we'll show your logo up on the screen and all that stuff. But you'll be basically doing an episode of the Basement Surge.
Right.
And then once you're done, you give it to me.
And he edits it.
I edit it. I chop it up. I put it together. I package it into a nice little Surgy package, and I publish it. Okay. And then during the week after publication, I create little bits and clips for you guys to share on socials and all that jazz. And so, you know, it's a real opportunity, I think, because for podcasters, you know, really, they say that the number one marketing plan for a podcast is for you to go on other podcasts, to guest appear on other podcasts. So we're taking it one step further where you're not guest appearing, you're taking over the show.
Right.
So
Because
yeah,
we're trailblazers.
yeah, we're trailblazers. So, you know, it's a real great opportunity. You get pretty good exposure and access to some kick-ass graphics like myself, you know,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, it's gonna be great. You know, I already got a couple guys lined up who are interested in doing a basement takeover. Brian from Talking Shit,
Mhm.
he wants to do one. I got Chris from Podtastic Audio, he wants to do one. So you know, I'm gonna offer one to Brendan from Dads
Of
Worldwide,
course.
of course.
Of course.
You know, I gotta show some support. Autopsy Podcast, how you doing, man? Insert maniacal laugh here. yeah, exactly, Scott.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, you know. And you know, right now, I'm thinking we're gonna drop basement takeovers maybe once a month,
Mhm.
you know, unless Heather decides to do a little bit more, and then
Oh, I got so many plans. Oh, please. Like, we're gonna have to make this twice a month where it's somebody else and one for me.
yeah,
Because I got so many ideas.
I wouldn't mind dropping 2 episodes a week if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Fine. But then you might as well just change the name of the show to the Basement Takeover. So-
Well.
No, it's a great opportunity for everybody. You know, the podcasting community has been really good to me, good to us. You know, it's been good to the show. So this is kind of, in a way, my way to give back. You know, and really open up the community too. You know, I have a private Facebook group, a private Facebook community called the VOD Squad, which is basically a group of podcasters, you know, who have a camera
Mhm.
in their, you know, in their equipment, you know. So it's part of the show. They run a YouTube channel, they run a vodcast, you know, they have just a video element to their podcast. And you know, so these guys are super excited to do it. I got a whole bunch of guys lined up. So if you're interested, head on over to the Facebook page, give us a like, first of all,
Mhm.
on the Facebook page, and then hit that link and go over to the official website and send us an application for your show.
Yeah, submit your application. Tell us what you want to talk about. Tell us about your show, and it's fun.
And that's the beauty of it, is that we're not really restricting you to topics.
No.
You can talk about whatever you want. You could talk about whatever your show is about. If you want to do an episode on anything, you can, you
Right.
know. We're
Even
not
politics?
well, those are one of the stipulations.
I was gonna say.
Those are one of the stipulations for the Basement Takeover. No politics, no religion.
Right.
Because those are the 2 topics that I don't talk about on Surge.
Right.
I stay away from them.
Because it can get hostile then. It can get to a whole commenting war. We
Yeah.
don't need it. We just want to have fun. We just want to just sit around and, you know, talk about everything else.
Yeah.
So
Brendan is finally joined the chat. Said what? Brendan, Dustin's been calling your name.
Yeah, literally yelling it from
Yeah,
the
he doesn't
rooftops.
want to watch us. He wants to watch you.
Yeah.
I think you should just go live on Dad's Worldwide.
No, you go live here. You don't bring him to our show. What is the matter with you? We need his stats more than he does.
Scott G over on Instagram says, "Great idea, outside the box thinking." Thanks, Scott. I came up with it all by myself.
You know, another thing that I'm kicking around that I'm trying to convince him to do, that we're trying to figure out how to make this work. I want to have an online game night.
Yes.
I want to do a trivia where I get a person, he gets a person, and the comments are going to go live, and we play a trivia game, whether it's Disney trivia, movie trivia, something, and then we all compete, and we all can, you can call in on a comment, and we could all just join together, and I think it'd be so much fun.
Yeah. We could play teams.
Yeah.
Like Trivial Pursuit or something.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna try to find a game online so I can share the screen on the stream.
Yeah.
This way, everybody can see the board. Everybody can,
Right.
play the game or whatever. But I want it to be very interactive as far as the other guests on the
Right.
stream.
The guests and the people who are just commenting. We want,
Yeah.
what's your answer? Who got it right? And
Brendan says game night. Heck yeah.
right? How fun would that be?
There must be something online we could do. I tried to find something last year, but I'm cheap. Okay, well, I'll find out. There's got to be something free online, and if not, if it's a couple bucks, then it's a couple bucks.
Yeah.
So
Plus, if we could buy the game, like if it's a one-time fee, and we
Right.
can constantly reuse the same like questions, because trivia normally has like 100 some cards or something like that.
Yeah.
It won't be like we're doing it all at once.
yeah. So Brendan, we figure you being on this, me, Heather, of course, probably Jeff Hunt, we can get in on this. The guys from Talking Shit, Brian and Mark. So there's a bunch of guys that we can get in.
Or Dustin, or
Or
Scott.
Dustin,
Anybody.
Scott.
This is not just
Scott,
his little family.
you know what?
It's anybody.
You know what? Scott's not a podcaster. He's a great artist, but we're
you
not
got a
limiting.
camera-
We're
no,
not limiting.
if
You
got
want
a
to play,
camera-
you jump on.
right?
Keeping
Exactly.
it interactive is cool. Yes. See,
Mhm.
Scott, if you want to play, man, you can jump on anytime.
Right.
Yeah.
All you need is a webcam,
Right.
headphones, which I'm sure all of you got.
Yeah. Brian's wrapping up his show. He'll be heading on over here soon. So, okay.
Yeah, so I think that'll be so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
It really sucks. I wish that we have met so many great people
Yeah.
in the podcasting world. Like, I wish that we all lived close, because I would love to have barbecues, love to just hang out, have an actual game night,
Yeah.
just hang out. So this is as close as we can get because everyone's around the world. But
Right. I mean, like
think-
Brendan, for instance, is a 6-hour drive from us.
right,
So
which
I'm,
really isn't that.
I'm not
long,
going to
really.
visit him for the day, and I'm not pitching a tent in his yard. Sorry.
I'd pitch a tent in his yard. See, Brendan, I like you more than he does. I would drive 6 hours and sleep in your yard.
No, I would drive 6 hours. I'm just renting a hotel room. So
I could be packed in like an hour. I got.
I
4
can
days
leave
of-
right now.
I got 4 days of vacation coming up.
I'll leave right now. I'll leave all y'all behind.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh man. So yeah, we got some great things happening over here. We got the game night. We got
Takeover.
the takeover. We got that thing that I teased to in earlier about, that I'm going to be announcing probably next week.
What was that again? Oh yes, that thing.
Yeah. So, the website's getting a revamp.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things are happening. What happened?
He said Scott says he's 4 days away. Don't fire up the barbecue yet.
Yeah. Scott, where are you? Are you in Arizona, Colorado? I know he's out west somewhere. I can't remember.
Everybody's far away.
That's what I'm saying. Like this podcasting community has been amazing.
It really
has.
has.
We meet some really kick-ass people.
I'm gonna get that tour bus. We're gonna do the basement surge tour. and
The
we're gonna-
basement tour. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I got to figure this out.
Yeah. I that would be a lot of fun. We should, like,
oh my gosh, how
we should
fun would
like
that be?
paint the bus or something. You
Paint
know?
the bus and all the surge color, basement surge, and
We'll like
feel
buy
the surge.
we'll like buy one of those old cheese buses.
Yeah.
You know, and just paint it up.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can get like one of those fancy tour buses,
Like the Backstreet Boys.
like the Backstreet Boys, like Cubby was talking about on the episode. Yeah, exactly.
Although they rented a plane, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a plane, but it's the same thing. It just doesn't fly.
Anybody have a plane? Anybody? We could borrow. We'll put gas in it. No, I don't want to fill that. tank.
No.
that won't, never
No,
mind.
no.
Never mind.
No.
So he's in Tuscan now.
Tucson,
Tucson. I can read. I don't got my glasses on.
Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Now. What do you mean now? You're moving? You're leaving?
Well, before he was somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
never mind.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean,
You know, I fidget. I'm sorry.
no, I'm excited to see what people come up with for
Yeah.
takeovers. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Like, you just reminded me of game night. Like, I forgot about that. We talked about
figured.
that a couple days ago,
I figured.
and I had forgotten, but
Story of our marriage.
sorry. All right, guys. So apparently there is some breaking news here in New York. Okay, that I wanted to share with the rest of you because I thought it was just so stupid and like, we were at the beach the other day. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, like, you've seen the pictures, right? You know, we went to the beach. So this article, let me share the screen here. Instagram people, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to see this.
He's a traveling artist. That's so cool.
He is. Yeah. He's a great artist. He paints guitars and he paints really, really great pictures.
I'm a struggling artist who paints in her living room.
So over half of New York's beaches were contaminated with poop, but almost all remained open. Like, seriously?
We came home and I opened my phone and I'm like, really?
Yeah, we got home from the beach. And this is the article she reads.
Yeah.
Okay. And it says more than half of New York beaches are contaminated by poop and sewage, according to the shocking report by Environment America. The group found 57%, the 344 state beaches it tested in 2022 had at least one day where fecal contamination reached potentially unsafe levels, surpassing the Environmental Protection Agency's benchmark for beach advisories and closures. Okay, like, how are people just going in the ocean and pooping? Like, is that what's happening?
Which right away he starts blaming every kid at that beach. He's just like, these fucking kids are just shit.
It's the little kids. Like, you know, you are guilty of it because, come on.
All right.
Let's
listen,
be honest.
Listen, okay. Don't try to play like I am the only parent. The two little ones had to pee, okay? The bathrooms, which we're in New York, these are not clean bathrooms. These are not things you want to bring children in.
Oh.
Is way over there. That sand is 9,000 degrees,
Yeah.
okay? I'm like, listen, you're in the water, pee. Now, I'm not telling them to poop. I'm not. I draw the line somewhere, people. I draw the line.
You're not going to hold them up
But
while
yeah,
they're pooping?
No, it's not happening.
No.
Not happening. But yes, I'm like, there's the ocean. Do what you got to do.
All right, so let's read a little further on this article. Okay, so the pollution on Empire State Coast is from human and animal waste dumped into the ocean from sewage overflows, factory farms, and industrial livestock
It's
operations.
Sewage, not a bunch of little kids pooping in the water.
Figures released by the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, which tests the waters and issues advisories, showed only one public beach in the city had been closed in 2022 due to bad water quality. That doesn't mean that the rest of the beaches don't have it, though. Right?
He's never going in the water again.
Okay, so here's a map.
Here's a map of all the poop.
So we live right here. Yeah, they can see the cursor. We live right here in
Mhm.
this yellow dot. Again, Instagram. I'm sorry you can't see this. If you really want to watch, go over to the Facebook channel. But yeah, right in there. Okay. So, oh, you hit the button on
Oh, I'm sorry.
it.
I'm 1 second.
This is why I
There.
didn't do that.
Listen. They need to be involved too. Again.
So we're down here. The beach we went to the other day was Coney Island, and it didn't look so bad. I mean, you could actually see the bottom of the water, like
Right.
as you're going in, you could see into
okay.
the water. It's not so bad. Let's see. Wolf's Pond Park on Staten Island was closed on 6 days due to the water being unsafe for humans to swim in, and on a further 43-day warnings were issued for enter Kochi exceedance.
Yeah,
Sure.
that word.
Okay, so Manhattan Beach in Brooklyn, which is not the beach that we go to, was also issued warnings on 20 days. There we go. Coney Island in Brooklyn, Rockaway Beach in Queens, and South Beach on Staten Island all remained free from water advisories for unsafe levels of bacteria throughout 2022. Okay, so now, but that doesn't mean that the bacteria is not there, that there's no poop in the water when we were swimming the other day.
You know, and it's funny because there were red flags for like no swimming, and not that we listened, but you now have to wonder:
Yeah.
is it because of the current? Is it because of the tide, or is it because of poop? You now have to watch the
sharks.
news or sharks. So you have to like watch the news and be like, well, why is it closed today? Because
Yeah, because we got sharks now.
yeah, but according to this, you're more likely to get poop contamination than you are to get bit by a shark. Those are some shitty odds.
Yeah. All right. So another thing that you wanted to bring up.
Come on, you talk about being current. I found something current.
Let's see. I'm gonna share this also.
They were not floating Snicker bars. They were not. Love the Caddyshack reference there, though.
All right, go ahead, honey. Talk about it.
All right, so so we all know the Indiana Jones movie is very popular right now because it's back in theaters, and some people are very, very stoked to see this. Me, I was never really an Indiana Jones fan,
I love Indiana
but
Jones.
you got to give Harrison Ford props because he really did rock this movie.
Yeah.
So I saw this article today, and it turns out that Harrison Ford says he still has scars to prove he stapled his Indiana Jones hat to his head.
He stapled the hat to his head.
He had a lot of scenes where he was running around, he was fighting, he was jumping, and apparently, according to the article, the hat kept falling off. So, in true form, he stapled it to his head.
Like, there's a picture of him stapling the hat to his head.
Hang on, let me help out my friends here. Now, if you read the whole article, according to him during an interview, people have asked him if he actually did do this. And he said yes, he even showed the person the scars he had in his head. There is speculation as to whether he's just being himself and just letting this lie kind of keep going, or if he really did staple it to his head.
I believe it because he strikes me as like a man's man.
Mhm.
So him stapling something to his body, like I don't see would hurt him too much.
Would you staple your hat to your head?
No.
So you're not a man's man?
No, I'm not. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I'm not that rugged.
I don't think I would go that far. I think it'd be like, can I have some duct tape? I think I would ask for tape.
Well, you know
before-
what? I'm sorry. No, maybe I would maybe do it because if I had the opportunity to be in a Steven Spielberg movie,
Well, that's true.
okay, and I was like a main character or something like he is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I'm in a Steven Spielberg movie. Like I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
Maybe. I think I'd ask for tape first.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we will never truly know if he really did do it. But according to him, he did. According to pictures, he did. But some people are skeptical.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I really believe it.
That would hurt.
Would you do it?
Hell no. No.
Oh man.
Mm-mm. I don't want to do that. Agreed. Stapling is a rite of passage in some areas.
Yeah.
Scott.
See?
Let me staple your head. Can I staple
No.
your head?
I don't want to.
I'll do it really fast.
We are not in the arena that Scott says.
I'll do it really fast. Just bam.
Just slap.
We can live stream it. Would that help?
No.
It might help your stats.
No.
Who wants me to staple this?
The only
Yeah.
person that would watch is Scott.
Oh,
So,
come on. Everybody else wants to see me staple it. Come on.
Maybe Brendan, you know. Oh man. So yeah, you know, I don't, like I said, maybe if I was in a Steven Spielberg movie.
See, he wants it.
Stable his head. He wants. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's really excited to see that movie.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
trying.
a huge Indiana Jones fan. Like I love those movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we were watching a TikTok the other day with Harrison Ford,
Mm-hmm.
where he basically said because in the new movie they de-age him, you know, and
Because there's a lot of flashbacks.
yeah, there's a lot of flashbacks, and they plug in the continuity between the last movie that they released to this one.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that it's not like one of those deep fakes, you know, it's not like
It's not CGI.
well, it is CGI,
It was
but
more like
it's-
AI.
right, but it's more like AI in the sense that you know, Lucasfilm, who puts the movie out, they have like something like thousands of hours of him on film. So they literally have him at every angle, at every stage of his life.
Mm-hmm.
So they took all the footage from back then, and when they were shooting this movie now, all they did was they put like little balls on his face to track, and he actually acted out the scenes, and he
Right.
said the words, and they just put the young Harrison in place of the old one.
So when you see the young Harrison, the only
It's
thing
really him,
that's actually like him now is his mouth.
right?
Because that's all that you see is him actually using his lips, but
Yeah.
everything else is old footage.
Old footage,
put together.
right?
Like, could you I cannot imagine the poor people who had to go through every footage he's ever done and try to get every little angle. Because there's fight scenes, there's moving scenes, there's
Oh,
running
yeah.
scenes, and they had to sit there and find footage for everything.
Yeah. I mean, I would so do it. If I was that CG guy, I would so do it because then you're working on an Indiana Jones movie.
Right. It
You know?
makes it 10 times more
Right.
epic and
You know,
just
it's
so
just
gratifying.
you're working on a George Lucas movie, on a Spielberg, whatever. You know, it's like Harrison Ford. You do it. You spend
Yeah.
thousands of hours sitting at your desk, frame by frame, fixing Harrison Ford's face.
Do you think at some point they're like, I am so sick of looking at this man's face that I just want to punch it?
Maybe, but I think at the same time, also they probably know every little wrinkle that he has.
Yeah.
And every little feature that he has on his face.
Hmm.
So,
See me? I'm ready for the Mission Impossible.
yeah,
That's what
that's Friday,
I
right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have to pre-order seats, reserve seats at the theater.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Like, so
See, and like
frustrating.
that's one thing like I never did was for big movies like that, I
Mhm.
never went to the theater like day one.
Well, you never go day one.
Well, a
Only
lot of
the-
people do.
I know, but Normal people don't go day one. The crazy people go day one.
Yeah.
I'll go day 3.
You know what it is, because you go to movies like Avengers Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you've seen those reaction videos to them
Yeah.
during the final fight scene. Everybody's like screaming and yelling. Like, I'm sorry, like that annoys me. Like
love
I
it.
need quiet. I came here to watch the movie, not to listen to the audience.
Yes, he becomes that old man,
Yeah.
and he is shushing everybody. He is. I'm like, just watch the movie, honey. It's okay to being louder than they are. And I'm like, all right. Shh.
Yeah.
And then
No.
I got to step in and be like, listen, you're fucking up my movie because he's fucking up movie. Like, all of y'all need to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm excited to see Mission Impossible. That to me, like, I don't know what it is. I think the Indiana Jones, I don't know. Like, I've seen them all because my dad always watched them. So I was
I
like,
love it.
and back then you either watched what your parents watched or you didn't watch anything at all. Not like today when we have to watch Bluey for the umpteenth time. Because
I like Bluey.
I mean, I like Bluey. We should do an entire episode on Bluey because
We should.
Bluey is amazing.
Yeah.
Parents, like, you need to learn from Bluey. We need to like
The animation's
inspire.
good too. Like I
It
like
is.
the animation.
The animation's good. The graphics are
Yeah.
good. It's hilarious and it's so real. It's so like. this
So
is
Mission
real.
Impossible.
Anyway, sorry. Sorry. But yes, so I'm really excited to see this one. I don't know what we're gonna do like when Tom Cruise stops making movies. Like, what do you like? Where do you go from there? I can't think of any actor.
We'll get new movies that they don't keep redoing the same shit over and over
But
again.
you know what? Okay, so that's a different. That is totally. So, like Indiana Jones, like Mission Impossible.
No.
Listen, finish. Okay, it's not like the Fast and the Furious franchise where you're like, if I hear fucking family one more time, like you can't keep doing it over and over and over again. But these two kind of things, like Top Gun, I could do another Top Gun. I could never get tired of Top Gun. I could never get tired of Mission Impossible. These are just movies that I don't know, the acting, the storyline, the crazy that happens. You just want more.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's an actor, even Harrison Ford. Like, who is going to follow Harrison Ford? Who's the next actor to follow?
Well, they had in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they had Shia LaBeouf in it. LaBeouf.
Yeah, but
You
even
know, and
he's like a
and
ticking
he-
time bomb, though.
But he was supposed to take over as Indy.
Mhm.
You know, well, as like Indy's kind of son, you know, kind of
Right.
thing. He was supposed to take over the franchise, but he wound up melting down.
Yeah,
You know, Mission Impossible. I don't think you can compare that to Indiana Jones because
I
Indiana
just
Jones is
meant, like,
is a
they're big-
classic. Okay.
John Wick, exactly. Who follows John Wick after that?
Well,
What do you do?
Selena, that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Okay. Where new movies nowadays, they're making like 1 through 10, like Fast and the Furious, like
Mhm.
John Wick, like Mission Impossible.
Right.
Okay. They're making like 1 million of them because they're out of ideas. Okay. And they don't know, they keep thinking that if they revamp the same movie, because all the Mission Impossible movies, it's all
They're the same.
it's all basically the same thing.
But they're different. Well, same with Indiana Jones.
It's different because he's
What's
in
he
different
gonna do?
situations, but it's the same premise
The same thing with Indiana
know,
Jones, but you'll defend that one.
because that actually has a history and it actually has like a good lore to it, where Mission Impossible, the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movies are based off of the original Mission Impossible TV series.
Mhm.
Okay. And the TV series, I don't know if you remember, but it had this message will self-destruct in like
Right.
10 seconds or whatever, and and they kind of played on that in the movies. But I would have loved the Mission Impossible movies had they stuck to maybe 3 or 4 of them.
They're only on 4. Where are they on?
No, I think that on like 5 or 6. Okay. My point is that they can't come up with original ideas that they know is going to sell, because they know if they make another Mission Impossible movie, it's going to make money. If they
Right.
make another Fast and the Furious movie, it's going to make money.
Right.
And they're trying to drive people to the theater, because nobody's going.
Right. Well, there's
Um,
so many online and streaming. I'd rather stay home than pay all that money.
well, see, that's just it. Now that's an option.
I go for the popcorn.
Okay, and that's only been an option for maybe what, the past 3-4 years,
Hmm.
maybe 5. And honestly, like I don't. Besides going out and making a night and buying the popcorn and going through the whole experience of going to the theater and sitting in a room with other noisy ass people, okay,
Mhm.
like I might as well stay home. Okay,
Right.
because I have kids for that.
Mhm.
So but that's my point, is that like think up new ideas. Tom Cruise will be making Mission Impossible movies until he's dead. And it'll all be the same kind of storyline, and same thing with Top Gun. This new Top Gun they made was good. I liked it,
It was.
and it's great that they made it.
Right.
Leave it alone. They don't need to go deeper into it. They don't need to make a movie about Goose or, like leave it alone.
But I like them. I'll be that one person still going, still watching, because I think they're just really greatly made.
Yeah, Selena said they made another Avatar. Yeah, how many years later?
Oh my gosh, like 20 years later.
Right.
That
Like
was-
nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about the
And then
Avatar series now.
They put the new Avatar in like it was brand new.
Yeah.
Like that's because half the generation
It's
hasn't
brand
seen
new.
it.
It's brand new because the first one's so old.
Yeah.
Top Gun 2 was awesome. Yes, it was. I agree, Mark.
Why no staple? Hey, what happened? Does he not deserve the staple, or because it was? I
Changed
get
my
no
mind. No
staple.
staple now. Oh. Scott also says, so financial gain crushes creative thought. Terrible concept. That's very true.
So okay, so my question to everybody, including you, is: so what kind of movies are we missing? What do you want to see more of that we're not getting?
Not the same old shit that we've been getting, like race cars that transform into fucking robots.
Okay, so what else would there be? What else would
Like,
we like?
Make a,
We have to get people who are watching. Maybe we'll watch. Come on, what do
I
we
don't
got?
know. Like,
Spielberg may watch. What should we tell him that we need more of?
I like period pieces, like Civil War pieces.
There's not enough war movies.
Yeah.
There's not. That is very true.
Mark says comedy. More
Oh.
comedies. I think the last good comedy I seen was what was it, Step Brothers?
Last, though, you think that was the last good one you saw?
That was the last good one I seen. And that was a
Maybe it was
long time
good.
ago.
But comedy really has Porky's. See, well, you can't do half of Porky's anymore. If you would have put that on now, oh my goodness.
Yeah, people are sensitive.
They're too sensitive now. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Human triumph. Selena says Aquaman. Aquaman, like, no.
You see, that's the problem. We have
Don't
a
get me
lot-
started on the DC universe, Selena. Like, I
It's a
will
touchy
go on like a
subject.
20-minute, half-hour rant. Don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, we do need more overpoop pages. We do need more comedy.
Yeah.
More different comedy. You know what? Like,
We need good comic book movies, okay? Like,
I'm
I'm-
over the action figures. I'm over the
I'm
comics.
tired. I'm tired of the Avengers. I'm tired of the X-Men.
There's a new one coming out, The Beetle Man. You seen the previews for that?
Yeah, the
He's
Blue
a
Beetle. The
He's
Blue
a blue
Beetle.
beetle.
The Blue Beetle. That actually looks pretty good. Okay.
It reminds me of the Tick.
It's a little different. Okay.
I can't. I saw this and
I
I'm
love
like,
the Tick. Spoon.
okay, he's hilarious. You are the comedy.
Yes, Mark. We need a Nightwing movie, a good one. Okay, we need a good Nightwing movie.
See, now to me, all of that is overdone. I'm tired of the superheroes.
You're tired of the superheroes because they haven't done it right. Okay.
Oh.
These people work for DC, they work for Marvel, they have the books, they have the histories, they know the continuities.
And they're
And
like,
yet,
let's not do
let's
this.
not do that. Let's go this way.
Right.
Okay. Like, no. This is why people had such a problem with Man of Steel. This is why people had such a problem with Wolverine's movies. Okay. Because, you know, a lot of the fanboys out there, including myself, would have loved to have seen Wolverine in the yellow suit, like in the classic
Right.
X-Men series. Okay. Yes, now we are getting that in the new Deadpool movie, but it shouldn't be a Deadpool movie. It should have been X-Men from the freaking beginning. Okay. Like, this is what I'm saying. Don't get me started. Okay.
This is
I'm sorry.
he gets going. He gets going. And now my son is starting to do it too. Like he's starting to get all defensive because he's really getting into it. And he's just like, no. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, well, you don't know the difference between DC and Marvel. So
I don't.
that's another episode.
I argued with him about some
She
movie.
argued with me.
I was
with
like-
me for like a half hour.
I got angry. I was like, no, this. Then I'm like, then he's trolled me, and I'm like, oh, well, like I don't know why, but in my head, I
She-
saw like the Avengers
Yeah, you thought Avengers and Superman were the same
in the
universe.
same universe. I
Yeah.
thought they were in the same movie.
Yeah, and
But-
she argued with me. The man who has a Superman tattoo, the man who owns basically all the pivotal Superman comics in the world. Okay. And like you're arguing with me on whether Superman was in the Avengers. Okay.
I thought I was right. The problem was that
Sure.
that whole
I'm
week,
like, okay.
that whole
yeah.
month, we had watched like I don't even know how many movies because
Well, that was when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out, so we were playing catch up.
right. So I just saw way too many of them, and it just all bumbled into one.
Yeah. Mark on Facebook says, I'd love to see Marvel vs. DC movie. Mark, have you read the Marvel vs. DC books? They're pretty awesome. The comics. I have them. They're really good. I think it was Superman versus the Hulk. See, that is
that
one
even
universe where
about?
they're together.
See if that totally was in my mind.
The two companies came together and they made one book. And it was an all-out war. Okay?
Maybe I saw into the future. Maybe I'm psychic.
Maybe.
Or maybe I just don't know the difference between, DC and Marvel.
You don't. But that's besides the story.
Wow.
Good. Argue with me a little bit more on if Superman's in the Avengers. Good.
Anyway, back to comedies.
No, I think they need to do more dramas. I like dramas, so like war movies.
We need
and,
more war movies.
Um,
Oh, the Hacksaw Hill?
historical movies that are based on actual events. Like I
Right.
like those kind of movies.
Mhm.
I mean, you know me, I'm a good sucker for serial killer movies.
I have
So-
nightmares. Between the movies he watches,
And horror movies.
and then all the TikTok that he watches before bed of all like the scary nonsense. Like I'm
Yeah.
laying in bed, like turn it off. You're giving me bad dreams.
You're itchy, right? There's a mosquito in here.
There's something.
I think
that's
something's
tickling.
biting me.
It's not me.
Yeah,
I don't get bit by mosquitoes.
you're starting to.
No. That would imply I have New York blood, and I do not have New York blood. I don't get bit by mosquitoes.
I just think that they need to stop making repetitive movies. Stop
Mhm.
making sequels.
Right.
Like they find the movie that makes $100 billion at the box office, and then they make number 2, and they
Right.
make number 10, and they make number 13. Like stop. Like it makes money. We get it, but I think I would assume that the more of them you make as time goes by, the less money you're gonna make at the box office.
Which they do. Inevitably, they do
Yeah.
make less. And it's like, oh crap, it went too far. They
Right.
always go one too many.
Yeah,
And then they're like,
like the Matrix. Okay,
oh my gosh.
this latest Matrix movie, they never should have made it. They should have left the Matrix alone.
Yeah.
I didn't like this new Matrix that they came out with. They should have left it alone. Fast and the Furious.
Oh, that one.
He's got like superpowers now, and he's like going in space, right?
Not really.
Okay.
But it has become nothing like if you
Like I stopped
If-
watching them after like the fourth one. I
If
think.
you
Like I don't even know
watch-
what they're up to. Beetlejuice 2. Yes. Okay. That is acceptable. All right. Because it's only number 2. Okay. And I would love, I love Michael Keaton as an actor.
right.
Okay. Number 1. Number 2, I love the first Beetlejuice movie. Yes, they could have left it alone.
Hmm.
Okay. But now we're reaching that 20, 30 year mark that, trends are starting to repeat themselves.
Right.
Okay. Trends are starting to come back.
Mhm.
So, that's why they're really bringing back all these old movies and all these old properties, because trends repeat themselves every 30 years.
Right.
Okay. So now you have older people from our generation who were young when Beetlejuice came out. And now they're like, we're coming out with Beetlejuice 2. And we're like, oh shit, I remember Beetlejuice. That's going to be awesome. And Michael Keaton's kick ass, so,
Yeah.
Winona Ryder's coming back as Lydia. And, I think she's got a daughter now, which is the girl from Wednesday.
Right. Which she's good. I like who they got.
Okay.
I like who they got for her daughter. The girl for Wednesday, that little series.
Yeah.
She's really good.
So Beetlejuice 2, I'm actually excited. Hopefully they did it right
Right.
as far as storyline goes. But they're probably going to mess it up.
Speaking of messing it up, so Selena mentioned Twilight. That last Twilight with that CGI baby.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was awful. Like,
I'm sorry. I had to get close up on this one. Scott, you said Popeye too? Wow.
I didn't know they were making it too.
I don't know. Are they making it? Like, I don't want to see that.
Why not? That was awesome.
No.
Although I don't know.
Nothing beats
No,
Robin
because
Williams back in the 80s.
That's true.
Okay. You can't beat
That's
Robin Williams as
true.
Popeye in the 80s. Sorry. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, that'd be like doing another Knights of the Museum. You can't, like, certain movies.
Yeah,
you
that,
just
that
can't do.
movie was okay.
But I'm just saying, I'm using it as a reference that you can't.
Popeye's a classic. Yeah, no. If they're gonna CG, Robin
I would
Williams
cry.
into the movie,
I would cry. I wouldn't be able to handle that.
but they can do that now.
I know, but I'm still too devastated. I still.
Yeah.
It's
But,
too soon.
But Beetlejuice 2, yes, I'm excited about if they have a good story, if
Mhm.
it's good and well done, okay? Because I love Keaton,
Mhm.
okay? Like Keaton coming back as Batman
Right. Oh my gosh. So waiting
in
to
the
see
new
that.
Flash movie. Like, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen Flash yet. Like, I'm trying to get to go see it. Like, we were gonna go the other night, and it's not in the theater anymore by us.
Right.
And so I looked it up on Google, and it said it was on Amazon Prime. Like, we could watch it here at the house. So I'm like, all right, awesome. Let's
We
go
were
out.
all
We went out
ready.
for pizza. We went out for dinner. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go home. We're gonna have a movie night. Gonna
Put the
watch,
kids to bed.
put the kids to bed, and well, I go on Amazon Prime, and it's not there.
It's pre-order.
It's pre-order, so I didn't get to see Flash. But let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. The only reason I'm watching Flash because Ezra Miller is kind of dead in the water as far as his career as Flash goes, and Flashpoint, the storyline that they're doing is actually really, really freaking awesome. But what takes the cake for me for this movie, and the only reason I'm watching it is Michael Keaton as Batman. Okay, because everybody who loves Batman and who loves Keaton as Batman since the beginning has always been waiting for Keaton to come back as Batman.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, he's old as fuck now. Yeah, he is.
But he looks good.
Still kick ass. He's still Batman.
Right.
So that's the only reason I'm trying to see Flash, because I know they're not going to make another one. Ezra Miller is done as Flash. They're not going to make another one for him. And but yeah, like
See, my sequels, I'm waiting for another Mamma Mia to come out.
Jesus.
And my best one, I am waiting for September for my Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Oh, I'm excited for that.
Chick flicks.
Hey, there's some girls watching.
Video on demand, July 18th for Flash. Yeah, see, like I didn't want to wait until the 18th.
No.
Mamma Mia, I'm gonna probably get to. I'll probably watch that. I mean, I've seen the other one.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
You said I've seen those, right?
You have, you just don't remember.
Right.
I need a girlfriend. He did rock that bat suit.
Yeah.
He really was the best Batman. Like, you know, it's so hard when you have such a, like,
I just stapled my own head. Mamma Mia? Really? She
You
likes
guys are
Mamma
mean.
Mia.
You
It's a
guys are
chick flick.
mean.
She's a chick. So that's what happens.
anyway.
It's got the soundtrack from ABBA,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I have no idea. I
think
only
so.
know them as new songs. I don't know them as old songs because I'm not old. I'm still young.
Oh man.
Unbelievable.
But yes, no, I think that they need to come out with some new movies.
They need to stop doing the old ones. Like
They
another
need
one.
to stop redoing the old
Another
ones.
one with really, really bad is Scream.
Oh,
I am over.
terrible.
Like, I'm just like, can he just win for once and just
Like-
stop this whole thing?
They came out with the last movie, right?
Right.
And then after that, they came out with the Netflix show, right?
Right. Like, don't make shows of these things. I think that's my biggest pet peeve is that when there's a good movie, do not make a series of it.
Yeah.
Because you're not using the same characters. Okay. And it's just not, it's not the same thing. And it just,
See you later, Scott. Scott's got to go.
wow, I mentioned Mamma Mia one time, like people.
And ABBA.
And
I think
now
I
they're
think it
going.
was ABBA that got that. he
Now they're
didn't like.
going, you
Yeah.
know what? Rude.
Sorry, honey.
I need my own podcast.
Yeah, they just need to stop making the old same shit.
They do.
You know, and
And they need to bring back the old stuff.
What?
They need to bring back the old stuff.
no, that's not. That's what we're saying
No,
not to do.
I mean like no, I mean like the old good stuff that was like a one-time thing. Like they got to
Right.
stop trying to do the same things and like bring back some of the good ones that were funny.
Yeah. See, like, all right. So Top Gun
Mhm.
was really good because
That was kick-ass.
it's been God knows how many years since the original one came out.
Mhm.
All right. So Top Gun Maverick, just continued the story because it was like, all right, I remember when Top Gun came out.
Right.
I watched it all throughout my childhood on like Sunday afternoon movies on TV,
Mhm.
and then the new movie comes out and it was great because it was like, all right, well, what happened to him? Where'd he go?
Right.
What happened after that movie ended?
Yeah,
And they pulled it off, I think.
they really did. It was awesome.
And I think a majority of that has to go to Tom Cruise because he's the one who's riding the motorcycles. He's the one flying the planes.
Right.
He's the one doing all the stunts and all the kick-ass things that it's like
Yeah.
you actually believe, right? He's in a plane.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
The
the
irony of that is he was in that plane
Yeah.
and those noises he made in that plane were real. Which if you ever like actually watch somebody going through the G-forces,
Yeah.
they do not sound cool at all.
No.
They're like it's like they're just like making all these weird noises and their faces go back and it's,
Well,
It's-
that's because the blood
I
is rushing down.
yeah.
Okay, and they
They
have,
to breathe
clench-
out.
they have to
and-
clench their butthole.
Yeah. Like literally.
Like literally, they have to clench their butthole and try to like push And that's what they're doing to keep their blood pressure up
Yeah.
as the G forces are pushing them down.
But it's just so funny because in movies you see them as like these kick-ass cool guys, and in
Yeah.
real life you're like, wow, you sound so like non-cool, even though it
Yeah.
is cool. Hats off to you all. You did great. I'm just saying.
I think that was the first time I ever mentioned butthole in the live stream.
Hey, we've already covered poop. I mean, butthole was
Oh
really
yeah, we
right
talked
there.
about poop too.
We're right
Oh,
there.
This is a good show.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I got work tomorrow,
We good, people.
even though it's only 10 o'clock, but
Yeah.
I'm lame.
Thank you very much for joining us this week.
Yeah, thank
Really
you to
appreciate
everybody.
it. We got some huge things going on here in the basement. All right. We got that basement game night that's going to be happening very soon. I got to find the game.
Basement takeover.
The basement takeover. If you're a podcaster and you want to take over the basement surge for an episode, head on over to the official website and fill out the application. It's there. Go check it out. While you're there, do me a favor, listen to all of our previous episodes because everything is there.
Yeah.
And if you're watching over on YouTube and Facebook, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, give us a subscribe, ring the bell, hit whatever button you got to hit to make sure you get notified of fresh episodes of the Basement Surge. I drop episodes of Surge every Tuesday, so stay tuned for that.
And remember, we're gonna try moving these live shows to Wednesday night instead of Thursday. It's a little easier.
Right. Yeah. We've noticed a lot of our podcasting friends do live shows at the same time that we do.
Right.
So we want to involve everybody.
We want to involve everybody. We want to take from anybody. We want to,
And if you haven't listened to this week's episode where Heather and Dr. Chicken from Big Buck and Empire take over the Basement Surge, and they talk about conspiracies, do me a favor. Head over to your favorite podcast listening platform. Give it a listen. Or on YouTube, you can watch it. It's actually really good. They talk about some cool stuff.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this week. We will see you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. See you later.
Let's go. Turn up the volume. From the basement of the Empire State. This is the Basement Surge.
3,